Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. So today I'm create for the React ES6 variables. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, I'm discussing the variables. What is variable? Okay, so ES6 there was only one way of defining your variables, and with the var keyword, if you did not define them, they would be assigned to the global object for unless you are in the strict mode, and they would get an error if your variable you're undefined. Okay, so in this session for the ES6 there are three ways of defining your variable. So first is the var, let, and constant. Okay, so here is the let for is defined, the keyword is assigned the block scope, and the let cannot be declared, and the let can be reassigned a value. And then the using the constant for it can be reassigned a value, and it's a block scope and its constant cannot be declared. And last on the var for variable, it can be redeclared and it can be reassigned a value. Okay, so in this session, first of all, I am the variable initialization. So here in this refers to the process of storing a value in the variable, and a variable may be initialized either at the time or with the declaration or at a later point in time. Okay, so in this session now I'm create for the is the ES5 syntax created is the modern JavaScript. So now I am in this the syntax and create and using the variable. Okay, so first time create is the var and then create for the name. Okay, so suppose I am use the name for Tom. Okay, and then next one I am create console dot log method use, and here I am insert the message for is the value in the variable. Okay, and now the variable is here insert. So now I am create for the name is plus sign and the name. Okay, so here is inserted. So now in this session I am in this example I am declare a variable and points in value. Okay, so now save this code. Okay, and now going for the terminal. Okay, and here I am open for the new terminal, and in here I am use the command. Okay, so now first time create is a node, and now I'm use for the file name for is a variable.js. Okay, so now just hit the enter button. Okay, so this is the output for the value in the variable is Tom. Okay, so now I am is the ES5 syntax use create the variable. Okay, and next one I am create for in this variable use the global variable and the local variable. Okay, so here in onsite for the function is the global scope, and the other ways in the function for is the local scope. Okay, so first of all I insert the variable. Okay, so in this session first time create is the var, and the variable use the num for number is 10. Okay, and next one I am create the function. Okay, and the function create the test and then parenthesis, and now I am create the curly braces, and here I am again in this the number create for the 100. Okay, and now I am create for the console.log method, and now I am type for the value of number in test method. Okay, And here I am use the plus operator for is the num. Okay, then these are completed. And now I'm going for in the curly braces outside. Okay, so here I am use the local scope. Okay, so now in this for console.log copy and paste for in this line. Okay, so here I'm changed in this for it's the inside value and it's the outside value. Okay, so now we change for in this update for the value of num for outside test. Okay, is the outside test for the number. Okay, and now I am use for the test method. Okay, so now insert it in this value. Okay, so in this code the variable for when it referred the within the function for display the value of the locally is the scope variable. Okay, so however in this the variable for num when accessed outside the function return the globally scope instance. Okay, so now set this code and let me run for the terminal and it's for here I am create output show. So first I'm creating the node and then again create a file name is variable.js. Okay, so now hit the enter button. Okay, so this the output are printed. So here in this the displayed a successful execution for the variable. Okay, so here is the first variable the value of the num outside 14 and the value of num in the test is the 100. Okay, so this is the output. Okay, so I hope you enjoy in this tutorial. Okay, so thank you for watching.